Hello there. Uh, Maybe you did notice, maybe you did not. At the weekend there was a hot lap competition near the Nürburgring, and it was quite a surprise. I knew of it by Friday, so practiced like an hour and then got a car and drove to the Nürburgring. What we did there was basically test some new rigs. They were putting a place there called the Esports Lounge. There were 12 rigs, and well, you got the chance to put a lap time on there. In the car, you can already see here it's the tattoos in Assetto Corsa, and we were using the Nürburgring GP sprint layout with a fast chicane, as you will see in a minute. The top guys, the top three, I got to second place and won the 4,000 euros for a hot lap competition, which is quite decent, and I think the most I actually won in a single day or tournament at all. We were all doing 123.1, and I just did some warm up, and I couldn't match it really, but I'm gonna try to do it now. Just about some settings. There will be 100% grip. We were at 13 o'clock, and the asphalt was around 31, 32 degrees, if I remember correctly. You wouldn't be able to change anything in the setup except for the brake bias. And let's see how it goes, if I can actually beat my delta that you can see up there. There's no time set in it yet, so we will see some purples and fast sectors. Going on the straight, I have many points on the lap where I check if my speed is correctly. So exactly when I cross the line, I look at having around 180 run kilometers. So I know I had a good run from the last corner towards the first. Here we brake around, let's say 60 meters, throw it in. Stay in second up to third, throttle middle, wait until it grips, and hit the throttle. Actually not use the inside curb, but I did here. Wait until it grips, stay inside for long to get a good exit through this one. Just lift shortly and take it all the way. Watch to not get the track extension penalty, which is... I missed that one from talking. It has a little bump on the entry that you can make use of, and if you don't, it's probably gonna put you off. You can use the inside curb on this one, and then you really have to throw it in here. Really listen for the sound of the tires when the car starts jumping around a little. So it's like stamping, because losing grip, gaining grip all the time, like a high frequency. This one is tricky. You throw it in fourth, floor it up to fifth, because the torque is there. That wasn't a good one. Actually, the whole lap wasn't really good, but I was talking too much. So let's see if I can get anywhere with less talking. So 23.8 we see there, 7/10 to go. I probably saw some mistakes I can correct. Downshift protection really was annoying on site as well. And of course on site we didn't have the delta or the tire temperatures. So we were a bit in the dark how our laps were going. Almost got the track extension penalty. That was really close, I believe. That was a better entry, too far to the inside, too late on the throttle, but still almost alright. Not a good one here either. Okay, doesn't look too bad from here. And you can think of the pressure on side when you have a Max Benecke next to you, already having put... Oops, yeah, that happened a lot actually during the event as well. Because we were really on the limit, especially in the chicane, because there's a lot of time to find in that one alone. Yeah, as I said, we had Max Benecke there who posted a 123.1 the first day he was there already, so he put the pressure up. And then there was Florian Hasse, one of the best Assetto Corsa drivers in the German community, I know. didn't really plan to go to this competition, so I didn't organize some place to sleep. So actually, somewhere during the night on Saturday, I just went back to the car to the parking lot and tried to sleep there, which probably wasn't the best idea I ever had. And yeah, when I decided that sleeping wasn't an option anymore because it didn't work anyway, I went back to the place to do some hot laps that were open 24 hours a day. And yeah, I think 7 in the morning, I already met Hasse doing laps there. Okay, this lap wasn't too bad. Let's try to beat it and get down to the 1:23.1. Brake it again like 60 meters, put the brake bias a little more back, maybe it gives me something. Yeah, I can actually brake earlier there. Later, of course. There, the car grip, nice on the throttle. Stay inside, stay inside. Lift for just a split second. Just hope the bump takes me inside here. Not too bad, not too good either. Bit late on the throttle. There's a very tiny margin to use the outside curb from this corner, because if you go too far, your floor will rub across the ground and will cost you time. But if you don't extend, then yeah, you won't have exit speed either, so you really have to take the curb there just a little. Now, as you can see, I threw it all the way in the chicane. That's how difficult it is, really. I think each of us did like 15 runs there, which is 10 minutes each, then you had to get out of the rig and give somebody else the chance to do it. So you could never really get used to the thing too much. Don't know if I can actually advertise that here. But these rigs cost around 25,000 euros, game ready, so PC monitors, Fanatec's new direct drive podium series. Talking really puts me off. Including the motion thing, so they're looking to sell these things and open more spaces like that at the Nürburgring. Oh, that was a decent one. And it shows in the delta right away. I think I should be doing a 0.1 at least. In the end, I lost by 9 thousandths of a second that Florian Hasse took out of me with, I don't know, an hour to go in the event or so. So he really kept his nerves until the end and posted a lap that no one could beat. And Max Benecke was also just 400 or 500s behind. So the top 3 guys were within, yeah, not even a tenth. That's a good one. If you touch the inside curb there, just throw the cars around a little bit and gives you some extra turn in. Now the exit was well, you can see the delta. It's actually putting pressure on me now to hit the chicane well. I was a bit too careful, but still. Therefore the last turn was quite well, and I think this is the time I've been looking for. Actually, I would have been happy to do that on site because it's actually faster by 300s or so. But this should be it. Maybe I have more room in my head now to do a proper explanation of the lap. Let's go for it. So we break down here into second gear and actually use that little bump here to make the car turn. Then floor the throttle. Try to get as much outside as possible that you can do in the limited time you have from exit of turn 1 to entry of turn 2. Use all the outside green stuff here. And this one is I think Florian did it in the third gear because the car has quite some torque. And this one is especially tricky on the brakes because there's a bump in the road and then you can easily go like 10 meters too far into the corner and all your time will be lost. In this one you just tap the brake a little and then throw it in. Try to hit the curb on both ends, like in the middle of the corner at the apex. And then this one here is the corner that really decides if your lap is going to be great or not, because it's hard to see the entry point because you're focusing on the apex already, and sometimes you just hit the grass with the outside tires on turn in. And you also have to be really early on the throttle to carry speed onto the straight. And here you can always brake later than it feels because the turn is so long and you can hit a late apex and then take all the speed onto the straight. However, this has been a $4,000 lap and dollars, euros of course, and actually this time would have been good enough for P1, which was €5,000. Yeah, if you got any questions, let me know.